I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I posted or done talked about on Facebook already. It was two things that branched off each other that has to do with each other. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be all over the place like all my other videos always is. Like I always am. But getting to the point, y'all, there's like, I don't know if I heard somewhere or read somewhere before or something or heard from somebody or whatever, but these people, I was told that I think in some countries, the lady I was talking to, something I read somewhere or something, that in people's countries, certain countries or other countries, how they celebrate Christmas Eve, New Year's and stuff, they shoot like literal guns and fireworks on top of that. But y'all shooting guns, celebratory gunfire and shit is what it's called. Y'all shooting all this shit up in the air, and y'all either not think, y'all basically not think, because y'all do know there's gravity on Earth. What the hell else is there keeping us down to the ground and not keeping us, basically keeping us from floating off into the sunset? Gravity is what holding us on Earth. We've been, if we ain't had gravity, we've been floated out into space. It'd be halfway to the damn moon by now. But yeah, I mean, these people gotta think that y'all not in y'all country no more. Y'all in another country where you need to be considerate of others, because you think what goes up has to come back down. Like I said, there's gravity here on Earth. What goes up has to come back down. So yeah, I'm like, so like I posted on social media, on Facebook or whatever, on my Facebook page or whatever, I'm like, look, you could be in the house minding your own business or laying in your own bed, and your neighbor out there shooting their gun trying to steal, because you don't get to pick your neighbors. No way you go, you get, even in a house, you don't get to pick who your neighbors is, unless you live somewhere where you ain't got no neighbors, like out in the country, and you still don't get to pick who your closest neighbor is. Might be a mile away. But yeah, you could be in your house, in your bed, minding your own business, open up Christmas gifts, or just chilling with your family watching TV, and all of a sudden a bullet come through the ricochet off something, or hit something, bounce off, and come in the window, or through the roof, or through the wall, or through the door. Hell, it might even bounce. I hope it don't. None of this happened, but it might bounce off the door and hit back one of their children, or hit them that shot the bullet. How did you then come find out? How did you get shot? I was shooting a bullet within the city limit. I was shooting up in the sky, because that's what we do in my country where I'm from. We don't do that here though. But back to my little situation or whatever, my scenario or whatever. You could be chilling with your family, whatever. Then a bullet come through here. The next thing you out. Then the next thing you know, you wake up in the back of an ambulance on the way to the hospital with a gunshot wound that wasn't of your doing. You wasn't in no gangs or starting no mess to get shot at. And it's all because your neighbor was just furiously going outside with their guns blazing and shit and just shooting up in the damn sky. And then you try to call ambulance and call for emergency assistance here in Houston, you gonna get an automated service. And when you get that automated service, it's gonna be a little minute before somebody pick up the phone. It used to, when you call 911, it'll go straight to dispatch. You'll actually be talking to a person. Now, you call 911 before it goes to, it still goes to dispatch, but it goes to an automated system first. Then it goes to, you stay online. If you get impatient and hang up, they'll call you right back. The automated system will. And you'll stay on the line. And then somebody from dispatch will answer. That's, to me, is like ridiculous. Like, what if you got somebody that is really hurt real bad and stuff like that? It's almost fatally, it could be fatally hurt, or could be hurt real bad and using their last breath in their body to trying to call to get help for themselves. Or it could be their house getting broken into, or a domestic violence situation, and they just got a split second to call 911, and they get automated service. By the time somebody from dispatch actually pick up the phone or call you back or whatever, hopefully, and it's sad to say, it'll be too late. I hope not, though. I meant to say I hope not, but it'll be too late. Because look at the situation you was in. You don't have that many them type of situations with any types of injuries where you bleeding out or bleeding in, period. Anything with anything that's in your body, hanging out your body or pouring out of your body or coming out your body, or you being abused, your house being broken into, you don't have that much time to be holding on to the phone. Then by the time somebody pick up, it'll be too late. Because of the automated system. That was on the news here. They was talking about how you get an automated system when you call 911. And then on top of that, and when you do call the cops over here, it's like somebody got to practically be dead before they actually come do their job and investigate over here. Because one time, I had a cop tell me, there's nothing he can do because it's private property. That to me don't make no sense. Like, okay, it's private property, but what if somebody is actually being hurt, being broken, getting their house broken into, they in an abusive relationship, in an abusive situation where they getting beat or damn near killed, and they trying to call the cops for help. You can't help them because it's private property. The fuck? That don't make no sense to me, y'all. I'm sorry, that just does not. Like, okay, just because somebody live on private property don't mean that they don't need help. If they didn't need help, they wouldn't be calling you. And then if it's private property, why the hell does somebody call for the ambulance? They're having a baby, they're going in labor. It's private property. The ambulance still find a way to get in here. The fire truck still, if the apartments catch on fire, the private property catch on fire, it could be a house, apartments, or whatever, a shack. If it's on private property and it's been set on fire, the fire department, somebody call 911, send the fire department, they're going to come put it out, regardless if it's on private property, city property, or public property. It's a dwelling that's on fire, and the firefighter's going to come pull it out. So you mean to tell me, just because it's a private property, if somebody set one of the buildings on fire, or one of the buildings catching an electrical fire, the fire department ain't supposed to come, or they ain't gonna come because it's private property. So they're just gonna let the whole damn thing burn down, not even knowing or caring, knowing or whatever that people might be in there, animals might be in there, something might be in there. So they're just not gonna do their job because it's private property. That don't make no damn sense. But yeah, anyways, it's like these people don't think that y'all doing these tenants, y'all doing all this shooting, driving by shooting, standing in the parking lot shooting, standing on your stairs shooting, leaning over the rail shooting, leaning out your window shooting, sitting on the back of your car shooting, standing in the parking lot shooting. All that shit, all this shooting and shit you doing, them bullets going up, they have to go somewhere. They have to come back down and they gonna land somewhere. Like my grandma always told me, no bullet has a name on it. You can be in a shootout aiming for one person and end up shooting a completely different innocent person. Like I said, these people shooting up and it can hopefully not, knock on wood, that they don't end up hitting anybody. But they can end up, somebody could be walking a visitor who came to see them back to their car so they can go home, and they end up getting shot with a stray bullet. Because of celebratory gunfire, or get shot in the eye with a firecracker and lose their life from a firecracker, lose their sight, or get second, third, and fourth degree burns from popping fireworks within the city limits. Here, you're not supposed to do any of that within the city limits. But if you call, that goes back into, if you call the emergency services, they're not going to send nobody or they'll send somebody, but they were like, oh, there's nothing the cops can do because it's private property. The fuck? So you mean somebody's supposed to lose their life or have third and fourth degree burns because it's private property and there ain't nothing you can do about it? So you just going to leave and let this person just possibly die or lose half of their, just leave this person on fire? You ain't going to try to help nobody investigate anything? Y'all, this just stupid. That's another reason to get the hell from over here. Because, y'all, when I tell you, anything can happen. People, please be safe. Y'all, please be safe. It don't matter if y'all here in Houston. It don't matter if y'all anywhere in Texas or whatever state you're in. Just please be careful, because anything can happen within a blink of an eye, within any in a few seconds. You could be minding your own business and anything happen. Now, especially during the holidays, that goes for every day. But especially more so during the holidays, because people just be mindlessly waving their guns around, just pulling the trigger and just waving that bitch around. Whew. They shouldn't be. It should be where they don't give guns to everybody. Like, guns shouldn't be so easy to get. You can go to a pawn shop and get a gun. You can go to a gun shop and get a gun. You can steal a gun from somebody else. You can take somebody else's gun. Somebody can give you a gun. You can get a gun off the side of the road. That's, like they say, guns don't kill people by themselves. People with guns kill people. People carelessly and mindlessly shooting kill people. But yeah, I'm gonna end this right here. That's all I got to say. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and please be safe. And if you don't celebrate the holidays, just be safe and have a blessed day. Love y'all. Bye.